cold, but look how powdery that is. This is magical. It is summer here in Sydney, and we don't really get snow. Sash, it's never snowed here. I have this photo of a snow-capped house in my childhood home, and I've always wanted to see a city that looks like my house. And so imagine how excited I was when I heard that there was a cold front running through Central Europe, and there was a chance that if I went to Zurich, I would see snow. Handstand. So this journey starts from flying from the south of Italy to the north of Italy. Milan is an Italy that I've never seen before. It is decadent and glamorous and stunning. The architecture is magnificent. Every single person looks like they've walked off an orchestra catwalk. It's insane. And if you want to get an Uber, it's only Uber Black, so you can't get a regular Uber. It was the coolest place. Okay, so I have just been staying in Milan with a friend, and now I am going to Zurich. So we're gonna catch a bus to Zurich. It's only like 5 hours. But I'm tired and it's cold and I'm now hot because I'm inside and complaints. I also have 4 bags to transport. It's too many bags. Okay, so I just Ubered to the Flixbus location. That's my Uber leaving there. He was the nicest guy. He was so sweet. He played ABBA for me. And we just talked a little bit about Italy. And I don't usually Uber, and I've got to say, this Uber was so good. But I was with my friend Kezia, and she was like, no, just like when you've got like this much stuff, like you've got to Uber. And I'm like, yes, this was way too much stuff to transport anywhere. And now I have a 5-hour bus ride. Let's do this. I actually find my stop. To Zurich! To Zurich we go! Possibly one of the more confusing boards I've ever seen. AB. There's no AB. There's only A2, B2, B1, C1. I keep just still standing here trying to figure out what the system is. I might just have to find it, like when a bus rolls up, just like read the numbers on the front and ask some questions. Petrol stations in Italy are pimped out. They're huge. Look at this. I just got a plate of potatoes. Why? Because it was the cheapest option. And I haven't had a potato in a while. So I'm having potatoes, but I've got like a little cut on the side of my mouth. And the salt is killing me, so I'm gonna put this on. It was all pretty green, there was a little bit of snow, and then suddenly we went through this tunnel and it was a winter wonderland. And it looked like the trees were dipped in ice and sugar, and all the little cottages and towns were out of Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. It looked exactly like the painting I had in my house. still can't believe it. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen. I've skied before, but it's usually been at the end of season, or the snow has already settled on the ground, it's really icy and packed, but I've never seen it on trees or houses. I arrived in Zurich around 5:30 p.m, but it was dark and freezing and everything was slippery, and suddenly it all kind of caught up and I was really stressed. Okay, I'm not afraid to admit I'm struggling a little bit. It is so snowy and I have not mentally prepared for this. And I don't know this climate at all. I don't know how snow works. Everything is slippery. It was such a difficulty getting everything on. I mean, it's magical, but I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed. I've got too much stuff. And I've got no one to help me and I don't know what to do. And I'm stressed about things. I'm just stressed. I'm really stressed. I need to drop this off somewhere. I need to get rid of it because I'm stressed. Okay, let's just try and get to the street to get an Uber because I'm not dealing well with everything. I hate this hat. I want this hat gone. You know what is not an easy thing to do? Pulling a 23 kilogram suitcase through snow. There's no snow right here, it's all melted, but before there was just like ice and snow and I just pull it. And I'm carrying 4 bags. Thank God it's not raining. Bright side, bright side, bright side. I just need a car to get me out of here. Please. It's snowing. It's snowing. Wow. Snow from the sky. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. You want to hear something funny? I just walked across the street and dragged all this shit when the hotel was literally right next to me on my right because I misread a sign and I'm an idiot. I'll admit it freely. Now I have to drag all this stuff back across this snow-covered street, which I can tell you right now was difficult to cross. And now I have to recross it the other way to get over there because I'm an idiot. You have to know that I'm wildly out of my comfort zone right now. I do not know how to do this environment at all. I mean, it's beautiful, but I do not know what I'm doing. Exhibit A is what you're seeing right now, which is me walking in high heels. It's so beautiful here. And like the ice. It's like fluffy. I've never felt fluffy ice before. It's always been like crunchy. It like feels sticky. Like it feels like how is it retaining shape? Like why is it so fluffy? I didn't realize snow was fluffy. It's such a weird feeling. It's like a little cotton ball. It's like a sticky cotton ball. I don't know how to describe it. It's such a weird thing. It's so fun to touch. So fluffy. It holds its shape so well. And then it just like clings to my fingers like this. I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's like powder. Again, like I know I've heard people describe it as powder before, but I thought people were describing it by appearance as powder, but it actually feels like powder by touch, which is the weird part. This is more familiar. This is how I remember it feeling. Packed. Is it smarter and safer to walk on the snowy bits? Like, I know it's smarter to walk on the bits that are melted, completely. But like, if there's an option between like the icy bits and the snowy bits, like, is it smarter to walk on the snowy bits or the icy bits? No one tells you these things. I'm just being a little rapscallion playing in the snow. Like, what am I doing? I'm just out here like touching snow. I'm gonna walk. That's so cool. That is so cool. Okay, so I'm on the streets of Zurich and it's been a couple of days since the snow's fallen, so everything's looking a little bit more dirty and sleety and kind of muddy. Can you see that? But still magical. Still magical to a little Australian like me who's like barely seen snow in her life. I love the little pointy bits, it's so cute. It reminds me a lot of Romania, like the same kind of gothic architecture. It's like I'm in a fairy tale. If fairy tales had like a bunch of electric cars as well. I thought snow would be colder. Like, I thought I'd be colder, but I'm just wearing like a wool turtleneck and a jumper. And I feel fine, and just like track pants. Now I'm gonna chalk it up to me being a bad bitch who's like really adjusted to the cold. That's unlikely, I get really cold really easily. Let's go! But anyways. And I've also run out of data because I haven't paid my bill. So I'm off the grid. I just know that I have to follow this road and then cross like a river and then another river and then another river. And eventually I should see a library and then hopefully they have free Wi-Fi. I wonder what it's like inside. Maybe I'll have a peek in. I've walked into an event. They have free bread in there, which I could take because they're not looking, but it's a church and we don't steal from churches. We steal from big businesses like... I'm kidding. I'm kidding.